I'm not a constitutional scholar or a lawyer, but I'm not sure how the state gets involved in this. This is a federal issue. This is the 10th Amendment that says that the federal government shall be in charge of its own enforcement. To make a state or local official responsible for the enforcement of the federal statutes strikes me as something that's beyond the realm of responsibilities for any state official. So I think the federal government should get its act together. I don't want to obfuscate here, but this is a federal issue, and the federal government ought to be figuring out what it wants to do about this. And I'm not trying to say that this is a really important issue. It's just I'm not sure. Your question was what the state can do about it. I have done things personally. There was the Usely family in Allentown, whose family members, there were 50 members of their family living there for many, many years. I think the father's a dentist. And two of his brothers, I think, were coming in from Syria. They had gone through the immigration process, 13 years to get a green card. So they were not seeking asylum. They weren't trying to do anything special, just use the system as it was. And they were turned away by these ICE officials in the Philadelphia airport. Well, I went out to the airport. And then I went and met with the family the next day in Philadelphia. And then the next day I went because ICE then reversed itself, I paid for the plane fare to get back to the United States and met them up in Allentown. So those are the things I think I can do and recognize, to your point, that there are special cases. But beyond that, there are people who are American citizens who are afraid to leave the country. They have passports. They're not here on a visa. They have passports. They're American citizens, and they're afraid to go to Canada. And that's going to hurt all kinds of families. It's going to hurt companies who depend on overseas workers who were born overseas and either have visas or are now citizens of the United States. So it is a real problem, to your point. I'm just not sure what the state can do legally about this. This seems to be something that the federal government really has to do, and they don't seem to be able to do it. I'm saying the federal government ought to get its act together, and that the fact that places like Philadelphia feel they have the need to create sanctuary cities should be a wake-up call to the folks in the federal government. Hey, what we're doing is not working.